Hello everyone. It's 3:45 p.m. in the afternoon. Um yeah. So I like the most I was able to get was like I think 2 hours of sleep and could not go back to sleep. So like I'm still sleep deprived and feeling heavy pressure on my heart at the moment, my legs swelling, and I was feeling so sleep deprived that my whole body felt like as if I was weak and about to lose balance or fall at any moment, you know. Um, but yeah, I'm still so tired, but can't get to sleep anymore. So, excuse me. Like this morning, I was so tired that when I tried to, you know, get breakfast, um, when I tried to get breakfast, um, the cashier was like rude to me. Like when you're sleep deprived, a lot of times your brain doesn't process properly, or excuse me, you can't think straight, or so um, when so basically, if you sleep deprived, you end up clumsy and stuff, and so like when I don't know what I was thinking, being so sleep deprived, but um, you know, I guess I absent-mindedly gave the cashier my wallet and asked her if she could take the change out and count it or whatever. I was just too tired to even think or do anything, and she got an attitude with me and said, like, very smart assed, and said, you can take your change out of your wallet. And then, you know, I just took it out, and then later on, it just kept replaying in my head on repeat over and over again. Um, Her attitude and the way she treated me, and then I tried to wait till they were not busy, and it's like it would be stop being busy, and then after every time I try to finally go up and talk, then more customers will come in. But finally, I was able to get her to the side and explain to her, what happened, and I apologized. And like, she was like, well, we just don't. She said we just don't touch other people's things. Like very self-righteous or snobby about it. And well, I've had other instances where I've been so sleep deprived that I might have made certain mistakes due to the sleep deprivation. And, if you weren't thinking clearly or thinking straight or whatever, and, you know, and, if the forced homelessness and direct energy weapons and targeting, keep you, chronically sleep deprived and you can't function properly, you know, um, and then certain mistakes that you made being clumsy due to the sleep deprivation, people in society, they don't care about your explanation of being apologizing and being sleep deprived. Explaining that you're sleep deprived. And, excuse me, they make it like as if the mistake that you made was unforgivable. So all I was able to have was a cinnamon roll this morning, like no juice, no nothing else. And then later on I felt hungry, and I just have $1.21 left in the bank and no cash. If I wouldn't have told her to keep the change, then I would have had like 20 something cents in cash, coins or whatever, But she made me feel ashamed, or made me feel really bad. And it's like, it's like, that these days, these generation of parents, they don't raise their kids right. And they just, don't teach their kids how to respect older people. And they had these kids walking around and thinking that they got high power and high authority over you, when you can, be old enough to be their child. I'm sorry. That's my sleep deprivation talking. I meant to say you're old enough to be their parent. Hi. So they had that homeless druggy perp this morning that I had to cuss from A to Z because he bumped into me on purpose during my perp walk, the first perp walk early this morning. And I don't feel any whelps or see any bumps or anything or any bites, but even though I sprayed and sanitized as best as I could, I've been itching all over my body today. All over my body. I wish I could get to have a shower, or a hot shower, a bath or whatever, So, yeah, and that's why, like, when that homeless perp that they planted her they illegally planted her to give me bed bugs on purpose, so I wouldn't be able to have hotel room and then be, suffer out in the snow, and then to be like wrongfully banned and kicked out of so many hotels and motels and stuff. Now I've been like, my OCD ever since that happened, that's when I ended up using like 2 bottles of rubbing alcohol after I get off the bus, like spraying down myself for like 30 minutes, myself and my belongings and everything, and being like extra hyper vigilant about people getting close to me, bumping into me, brushing up against me, touching me or whatever. And that when they're perps, when they have all that space over there and come brush up against you on purpose. And then if they sent perps to come and they look like they have bed bug bites or whatever on their arms, and be looking like, whelps and bites all over their arms and legs, and then they come and bump into me or touch me or brush up against me, and I freak out and panic, hoping that, I hope they didn't give me no bed bugs or whatever, But, this has been happening more often for me to just feel threatened about, threatened with that fear again I feel like a severe PTSD moment, traumatized and constantly every day. Imagine being an OCD sufferer and end up being illegally planted with bed bugs by gang stalkers, and then feeling constant fear all day, every day, feeling afraid and fearful, like feeling scared that you're gonna catch that somebody's gonna give you bed bugs again. You know. So yeah, all I had was like a smaller, not a tiny cinnamon roll, but like a smaller, medium sized cinnamon roll. You know, but at like a regular donut shop, um, like a honey bun could have cost like two something and filled me up. It'd be much bigger. And I'm not even talking about Texas size honey bun. I'm talking about like a bigger. I meant to say a honey bun is bigger than and like some of these bakeries, like, but I didn't get the chance to go to like the bakeries, because I'm, not in that area, or wasn't going that route to go out of the way to go to a bakery and get donuts or whatever. But yeah, so but yeah, I have $1.21 in the bank and no cash. And this morning I was trying to ask last night, and I was trying to ask, come on, man. I was trying to ask, last night, and trying to ask all morning. And the stalkers, they only let the trolls and perps in my chat, and they had some of the live streams I try to do where they blocked any and everybody from chatting in my live stream, and I was hoping that maybe if I get on the bus and ride the bus, then maybe someone could, would send me something, But all I had was like a cinnamon roll and nothing else. And the cinnamon roll, I don't know how much the regular price was, but plus tax, it was $3.90. Excuse me, but like ever since before I got my hair cut off, ever since I was using the conditioners and leave-in conditioners and trying, to comb those knots out of my hair, I noticed that using those conditioners, my seborrheic dermatitis tried to come back, and like at the moment, like I haven't suffered dandruff in a long time, or dry flaky scalp in a long time. But once I started to try to use the conditioner, couple of weeks. No, it was actually, I've been working on my trying to comb those knots out for like a couple of months, and just I can't believe that I trying all that time to try to comb the knots out of my hair and not making any progress. So I was forced to have to get everything cut off, and like everybody is saying that that I have a cute feminine cut. The lady that cut my hair, she said that she was gonna try to have me look feminine and pretty and cute and not look like a man. But now the stalking cult is harassing me, lying to me, and saying, Candy, you look more like a man than your twin sister. You look more like a man than you look more masculine than your sister. Like, my twin sister has her cult, her cult following flying monkeys to project her homosexuality onto me. And they repeat what she says and everything, with them trying to be like, oh, just come out of the closet already. You know you're gay and this and that, whatever. Or you know you're gay too, when I'm not. I'm heterosexual. So, and they insulted me about the wig. They insulted me about my haircut now. As I said, they insulted me so bad about the wig, I felt bad enough to be, get rid of it. Even though, I don't like wigs anyway. Excuse me. So, but yeah, well, this morning, I uploaded, of course, my usual videos from, I guess, between today and yesterday. And I got on the computer for a little bit and added more songs, more of the Christian songs on my MP3 player. I've been upset. Wow, there's a freaking bee. Hold up. I'm sorry about that. But so I think that the vehicle that's pulling off looked like they got one headlight out. But I forgot what I was just talking about. Totally slipped my mind. I forgot completely what I was talking about. That bee distracted me. Now I don't remember a thing that I was just talking about at all. But I'm not about to get off the video and go back and try to figure out, oh, what did I just say? I'll just continue just talking, whatever. The thoughts might come back to me of what I was trying to say. But so I need help with dinner, at least. And the fake Ling Angie Peterson perp made a fake new profile to come and harass me, and I had to block her. And the stalker cult, they're delusional, they're malicious and intentional liars. And she tried to make unprovoked fake harassing comments. Try to talk about, you don't look like you're starving and this and that or whatever. You look like you eat all day, every day without a break. And she's like, oh, well, you don't seem to be missing any meals at all. Or something like that. And she's like, everyone is catching on to your lies, Candy. And the only people who donate to you is new subscribers. And it's like unprovoked harassment and attacks for nothing. For nothing. So, but yeah, but it's 4:04 this afternoon. But yeah, but my eyebrows are being arched. It makes I look like as if I have makeup on, but I don't. And it makes me look old. It makes me feel like it feels like it makes me look older. But I've been getting so many compliments. Last time I got a haircut, it was a disaster. He messed up the front of my hairline and everything. didn't know what the hell he was doing, but pretended like he did. So now it looks like as if this is gonna like not grow correctly anymore. Just like the back part is messed up and won't. The back lower right side is been messed up for over a decade and just not growing properly. You know. But I was so sleep deprived and tired today that I did not and don't think I can work on any writing today. That's how tired I have been today. And I'm gonna listen to the Bible and like I guess I have to just do something light or something that's not so heavy, like for me to try to continue to listen to Second Chronicles in the Bible. That might be too heavy for me, so I guess I'll just listen to more chapters of Psalms. But I've been feeling like it looks like as if I gained more weight, or I feel and look like as if I'm fatter, and wondering, I don't know what I can do to like lose weight while I'm homeless. I don't get to go swimming every day. And seems like I can't really go swimming that often, because if I go make a habit of going every day, that's more perp activity and more risk of me being wrongfully sabotaged, kicked out, banned, whatever. So, and the stalking cult, because of my twin sister, she don't want me swimming at all. Where does she get that from? The abusive fake foster mom, Adrian Felder, who would not want me to be swimming at all because they don't want me doing what I enjoy or doing what I love. The swimming is free. But I don't have the convenience to go every day, and I'm too sleep deprived I would have been too sleep deprived to swim today, and it would have been dangerous for me. So, yeah. I mean, I'm just like too tired, and I was thinking about, it's July, and there's no guarantee, or it doesn't seem like it's hopeful for me to get a permanent place to live or a permanent home before October hits, or like a secured place to live before October hits. Like I wanted to see what I can do now. I don't know what I can do to try to get my own place alone by myself, not with not with roommates or in public housing. Shared housing with roommates and other people. I need to be by myself. I need to live alone. I need to be by myself. I cannot have roommates and live in like group homes. And I'm wrongfully banned from the shelters anyway, but can't live in places like shelters, group homes, transitional housing. I need to be. I mean, I cannot even be in a place where I just have my own room. I need my own place. Because if I have my own room and still have to share bathrooms, and this and that, with roommates that's gonna smoke, blast loud TV or loud music or whatever. I mean, and a lot of people say that living in a van or living in a vehicle is hard. That living in a vehicle is hard. But and I'm wrongfully banned from so many places that it would be more challenging for me to if I did have a way to have access to a vehicle to get to do Uber Eats or DoorDash. I cannot do Uber or Lyft because I cannot deal with people because of the gang stalking and my noise hypersensitivity. I need to be alone and by myself. Or even if I had access to a vehicle to have a courier job, running errands for people, I have my driver's license. I just don't have any access to a vehicle. My family, I'm not wanted or allowed around them. Like, people would be like, you don't have a friend or a family member's car you could borrow? No. And I've been hearing people say a hire car is a scam. And I don't have the money for a hire car anyway. So I tried TURO, but it wasn't a regular credit score, but I think they said social credit score or some other kind of credit score. They made it like as if that and me being homeless disqualified me from renting Turo, that car rental company Turo. They made it like as if I don't qualify to rent from Turo. Those are the only two that I know of. And I don't see anything, even though people say that they have a program in New Orleans where you could drive for Uber or Lyft and rent a Tesla. But I haven't seen that. I mean, I tried to look and didn't see anything for that program here in New Orleans, and I don't know how I could get access to doing it while being homeless. And well, I'm not in a state to drive at this moment because of being so sleep deprived. But when I was in a hotel room for a few days last week, maybe I would have been more fit or equipped to do that, And it's a shame that I'm wrongfully banned from so many hotels and motels because it's less opportunities and less options of a hotel or a motel or places that I could have been at or slept at. But I really would have wanted to work on more writing today, but I can't because I'm that sleep deprived and tired, and didn't get a lot of sleep. Just a couple of hours, like 2 hours, excuse me, and I'm getting frustrated. I don't know what work I'm disabled with certain limitations, can't be around noise. I don't know what job or work I can do where I can be alone and by myself. And I mean, and then I can't do like just dishwashing and janitorial jobs anymore because of them hitting me with the weapons and squeezing my organs. You know, and there have been moments where I can't stand extra long periods of time. Or, so I wish for something entrepreneurial or side hustles or diversifying my income and like having more income streams. And you know I earn very little from my writing. I earn almost nothing. So very little that I earn almost nothing. So and it's like you know they brag about suppressing my earnings. The stalkers brag about suppressing my potential earnings on YouTube. Like my videos and live streams or whatever. Like I didn't even realize I only was able to do 3 live streams last week. Couldn't get to live stream in the hotel rooms because the stalkers illegally finding out what hotel I'm staying at and call up and prank call and lie to the hotels and have me wrongfully kicked out and banned forever without the opportunity to explain or defend myself. And then and for them to cause me distress and a headache or feeling strain on my head and my heart and everything, for them to keep illegally sabotaging the live streams and stuff. Like, I should have a right to be on social media. I should have a right to live stream too. Why do I deserve less rights than everybody else? I mean, for me to have over 4,000, almost 4,500 subscribers, in which I know that probably over 1,000 of those is the cult perp members' fake throwaway profiles that they keep making. I wouldn't be surprised if I have less than 500 people, actual people subscribed. But the stalkers have been doing this for the past few years, making fake new profiles to come and follow me. Come and subscribe, turn on the notification, and so that they can do that as a way to think that they can keep tabs on me for control. So, with the false criminal charges that I have to fight in court, that is holding me back or stopping me from going out and look for jobs. And with those false criminal charges on my record, and me not being hired anyway because of being wrongfully blacklisted from employment and stuff, I mean, for like in 2023, when I would go to the Riverwalk just about every day, and they would have people pressuring me and keeping tabs, making sure that I'm going to look for a job and look for employment. I've been filling out applications. At that time, I've been filling out applications just about every day. And it was like 2017 all over again. I couldn't get to, I needed a driver's license and a mailing address or whatever before I was able to, start Well, actually, I at least needed my driver's license switched over before I could start looking for jobs. Then I needed a mailing address. I finally got both of those, and had, in 2023, I had got hired for that airport job. You saw well, some of y'all didn't see what the stalkers did, but for me to get wrongfully, wrongfully, um, banned from the airport the day before I was supposed to start work. And, being workplace mobbed off the job with the Piccadilly. And the stalkers bragging about, oh yeah, we called up your employer and told them that you molested your niece Raven, and we called up your employer, and we called up Piccadilly and told them that you molested Raven. They don't have any proof, and I never did such a thing. And they maliciously lie and think the shit is funny. Even my own twin sister and other family members feel like playing with my life is funny to them. It's humorous to them. So the thing is, the stalkers do not want me working. They only want me to gang stalk and prostitute. That's it. They don't want me. And my chances of ever having a job at this library to work is because of what the stalkers did. The librarians at any of these libraries would not hire me to work. And with my disability, because of the 2 strokes I had when I was 5, I don't think I could be skilled enough or have the ability to make coffee drinks, or know the proper ratio to put certain stuff in a cup to make certain drinks, for coffee drinks or whatever, but if it's a straight drink with one ingredient, I could pour that, of course, but to try to make and I don't even know the coffee terms or whatever, but certain people might make, say for example, if they make a snowball and put one bit of syrup in it and then put another amount, and to me it's kind of complex for me to try to do something like that. And see, they got a purple with Masonic red and blue, and she got a fake phone conversation when I'm doing my live stream. I hope that y'all could still hear me, but I was already out here, so I get frustrated wondering what job could I do. Even last year, before Wyatt passed away or lost his life, because I don't know if he was murdered. Before Wyatt lost his life, I was looking for jobs. Even after and then they were harassing me about how I should get a job. And I'm like, wait a minute, why don't I have a right to take the time out to grieve my loss? I just lost my brother. Give me a break. And still have not been able to properly grieve or process everything. I'm forbidden and not allowed to grieve or mourn. Yeah, So, and still cannot even come to terms with everything that happened. But, the stalkers talking about that I'm not missing any meals or that I eat extravagant. They don't have any proof of that. And it's like, how are you pointing out Candy did this wrong, even if they got to lie about it? But then you can't point out what I did wrong if you a satanic sex trafficking criminal that delusionally believe that you're a pimp And it's like I cannot believe that if there are people who are older than me, in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, with their childish stalking, bullying, and harassment, and then they tell me I need to learn how to act my age and grow up. And they think they're more mature than I am. Or they manipulate for the 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds to think that they are more mature than me and have more common sense than me. And they want me to feel so inferior, like a failure, you know. But yeah, I think I did get straight off topic. For me to have like almost 4,500 subscribers on YouTube, and then I end up with 145 viewers and 0 likes, or no more than 3 likes on a video. Sometimes, most videos, no comments. But other people could post a video and within 10 minutes they got 25 comments. 895 views. I can't even, my live streams, my and then it's like basically the narcissistic cult stalkers making it like as if, oh, well, they smear campaign Candy. Well, people will say, well, they smear campaign Candy so bad to the point where nobody wants to fuck with her. People out in society will feel like they smear campaign Candy so badly that people in society don't want to fuck with her. But it's like the stalkers tell everybody else to stay away from me and avoid and ignore me while they stalk and watch my every move. Micromanage and stalk and watch my every move. And who gave them the entitlement or authority to do this to me when I don't even know them, never did them anything? And they want to lie and say Candy's entitled and spoiled and the narcissist and this and that, whatever. And I mean, it has been, well, I guess since January when they illegally swatted me again, I just have not really gone on to look for jobs anymore. And so I said, I'm just going to work on my writing. And hopefully it will pay off. And it's like, I guess because I won't let people control me, they think I deserve to be punished with not be punished with not earning anything. And it's the worst when the narcissist criticizes my writing. It's being made to be equivalent to as if God as if God criticized my writing. But even with my writing, I try to tell myself, Candy, it's okay to take a break. Take a day off. If my writing is so silly, why do you read so many of my short stories if you read all 271 or however many I wrote? You read and stalk each and every one. And don't miss a beat. But you fake complain about my stuff. It's not even new. And then they want to talk about Candy needs an editor when they spell like third graders themselves. When they want to say, oh, Candy needs an editor, is another way of saying Candy needs a mind control handler to control her. That she needs a handler. She needs to be controlled and owned like cattle. And I'm tired, I'm fucking tired of everybody trying to judge me as being negative. Other targeted individuals that go through this, nobody called them negative. Nobody tells them to ignore it. They get respected for doing the same thing that I do. Like my perp walks get ignored, but the stalkers try to look for something that they can be like, oh, look what Candy has, bad character. She did this, she did that. you know. But I seldom panhandle on the streets as much anymore. People have become meaner and less helpful. Excuse me. But lately, I just don't feel like dealing with the headache of dealing with rejection and being judged and abused when I'm fighting to survive with this trafficking and MK Ultra trafficking and mind control and satanic cult ritual abuse, you know. And they think I don't deserve a right to earn a living or work for a living. Like, my own family members can have jobs, cars, homes, stock food pantries, loving families, while, they think I deserve to be punished with zero income, zero money. A lot of people talking bad about me. They want to spread a bunch of lies and refuse to hear the truth. Refuse to be receptive to the truth. Why can't the truth come from the horse's mouth? If I thought someone was a liar, I would not be stalking and watching and listening and watching all their videos for 5 years. I would not waste my time on someone who I thought was a liar, a chronic liar. But they know the truth and they know I'm telling the truth and they just feel threatened. They are the chronic liars. The liar's trying to call you a liar. So, it's 4:32 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm asking again in advance if I can get help with funds for dinner. If not, then I will have to try to come on a live stream a little bit later and try to raise funds for dinner. But until then, I love y'all. I'm getting off.